guys, welcome back to my channel. So something a little bit different today. Now I don't know whether this is going to kind of pan out, or whether I will have to kind of backtrack and not do this because I will not be able to you know, make something basically. But I was thinking what's next for, you know, after I finish my Gypsy Rose series. So I thought what I would kind of try and do is make a junk journal from proper junk, because, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I love the junk journals that we make, you know, really do. But to some extent, I'm not sure how junky that they are, because obviously most of the things tend to be, you know, maybe things from our stash, which I guess you could argue is kind of junk because they may be things we've had for a while. But a lot of it is stuff that, you know, we've specifically bought, or, you know, things like that. So, you know, I just thought I'm going to kind of gather up some absolute junk, absolute rubbish that I've had laying around for a long time and see what we can conjure up. So I have got a whole bunch of stuff here. I've got some packaging here, which, you know, I mean, I don't know why I've hung on to this. It was from some Prima flowers, or yeah, Prima flowers. I just thought it was really pretty. I have used this somewhere else and I can't think what it was in, but, you know, because I've had another set of these. So I've got this packaging here. I'm going to just move things off to the side as I kind of show them. I've got these blingy gem things. I've just got some card there. I don't even know what that is about. Just got a little tag here that's kind of floating about. I've got one of these Goodwood Revival booklets. I have made a journal from one of these before. I had great fun doing it. So I thought, you know, either I may use this as the kind of basis for my journal, or, you know, maybe I will just kind of use some of this to mat things with, or, you know, not sure yet because I don't know where I'm going obviously with this journal. I have got some packaging tags, which again, I've just had them laying around for a long time, so I just thought let's grab those. This one here, I love it because it's got this, it's not twine, it's kind of I don't know, binding stuff anyway, so I thought that was kind of cool. So I gathered that up. I've had this laying around in my kind of cupboard for a long time, and again, I haven't opened it. It's been just laying around though for about probably 4 years or something. So again, that may come in useful. I picked up a couple of old cards that I had. I love this card. It's such a pretty card, isn't it? Really beautiful. But, you know, I had a couple of old birthday cards and things that I thought maybe I could use some bits of those. Got another one of those Amazon, you know, we tried to deliver your parcel, but, you know, you weren't there kind of cards. May or may not come in handy, I don't know. I've got here this big Primark bag. Now, Primark here in the UK, this is a super cheap shop selling really very cheap things. So, you know, if I need more of this, I can easily get more of these bags, because, you know, obviously everyone likes a trip to Primark because everyone can buy things for next to nothing. So I've just got one of those bags. Then here I've got a Happy Easter card here. I've got another birthday card. I've got just a little pad of paper here, or a paper pad, sorry. And this is from the Ritz. I was lucky enough, or I've been lucky enough to go to the Ritz in London for afternoon tea a couple of times. So I've got these bits and pieces from there. These coasters, which I have used these before, not from the Ritz, but from somewhere else. But they're quite fun to use in journals because the backs are kind of almost like greaseproof paper. Let me just check that I'm in frame actually. The backs are kind of like greaseproof paper and the fronts are obviously kind of tissue. They've got several layers. So, you know, again, I may or may not be able to find a use for those, but I just got an envelope here, another envelope here, and then here I've just got, I think it was kind of a returns note or something from, you know, a delivery that I had. But I thought it was quite nice colours. So, you know, again, I've got that I may or may not be able to use. And then here I've got this calendar from, as you can see, 2012. Now I'm terrible for not using a calendar, so I kind of buy it, and then by literally the middle of February, sometimes even the middle of January, I've already stopped using it. So the whole calendar really is blank. So, oops, except for here, obviously, where you know, my son obviously decided to fill some things in and then scribble on it. So, you know, I've got kind of the whole calendar basically to use, and it's got these cute shoes in the corner, which are quite nice. And then it has these little shopping list pages and some little notelet cards here. Obviously, it also is backed onto this actual kind of card itself. So whether or not I would use that, I don't know. Because as I say, I really don't know where I'm going to go with this journal. I just am going to have literally a play around. I may just make a spiral bound, literally very junky, you know, very kind of mishmashy kind of journal. I might try and kind of vintage up the items that I'm using. I honestly don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. But I thought I would love to bring you along on my journey, and we'll just have a kind of play and see what comes, you know, what comes from these things. So, you know, I don't even know where to start. I don't know whether to start by compiling the journal or whether to start by trying to make a few embellishments from the little bits and bobs that I have got. But I just thought it would be something super fun to kind of bring you along on. Now, just before I go, I'm kind of introducing this idea, but just before I go, I just want to show you this awesome book that I managed to get this the other day from work. Somebody was throwing it out, and I managed to pick it up. There's just sometimes bookshelves of books that people are kind of ditching, and you know, ordinarily they're quite academic books and kind of, you know, subject kind of based, but this must have been something that someone had perhaps got as a gift or something one year. It's from 1998, so, you know, I guess it is vintage, because I think we've, you know, talked about this before, that I think anything over 20 years is deemed vintage. So this is 20 years old. It's literally brand new. It, you know, it literally is in brand new condition. So, I mean, it doesn't feel 20 years old. It feels like I just bought it yesterday. But obviously it's all of the, you know, the branding tags and everything else from jeans. And I just thought, this is awesome. I absolutely love this book. I just love, 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 love all of these labels and, you know, tickets and what have you. There are some really, 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 really nice things on here. So I wanted to just kind of show you this book as well. Now, again, I mean, obviously this book is kind of a junk, you know, junk book, because it was just being thrown out at work and I just literally kind of salvaged it, really. So I just thought I would kind of share it with you. Now, it might not be that I will use this with the junk journal that I've just obviously been talking about, because I don't know whether any of these things will particularly go with the girly type colours that seem to be in the items that I've kind of collected, which I've been just collecting kind of over a few days as I've kind of come across things. It may be that these are all a little bit masculine, or, you know, I mean, they actually look quite vintage, don't they? So it might not be that I will actually use these items in that journal. But I will be using them in a journal, you know, or more than one, because obviously, as you can see, this is full to the brim of various images, and they're all just gorgeous. So, you know, I may use some, I might not. But I just wanted to share it with you because I just thought it was such an awesome book. And, you know, if any of you kind of shared my sentiments thinking it was also, you know, a pretty cool book, then obviously you might be able to track one down. I'm sure kind of Amazon and places would probably have one. It's called the Jeans Reference Labels Source Book. I don't think it was kind of one, you know, like sometimes at Christmas kind of shops and things do them, don't they? I don't think it was one of those, but, you know, you might be able to track one down on eBay or on Amazon or something, just because I think loads of these things would be absolutely brilliant for junk journals. So I just wanted to come on and show you that and share that with you, and obviously also share with you my little kind of idea of doing pure junk journal, and see what you thought, really. So I hope to come back with you when I've got a bit more of a concrete plan of where I'm going with this and what I'm planning on doing. But I hope that you kind of think it would be an exciting thing to do a junk journal with, and yeah, I hope you come along for the journey. So thanks very much for watching and have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye.